EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go between the Austin Armadillos taking on the LA Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 13 yards that time and a first. Peterson gets the call running left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Slot man moves right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Metcalf motions left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete here. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. In motion right, that's Metcalf. They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 36. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Right there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down and 6 now. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Armadillos are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Coates. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Knight on the handoff, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Chargers at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
When you look at this defense, there are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because, guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. They snap it to Herbert. He's going to look deep here for Ward. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Check mash, check mash. Go, Reed, go.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold him to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of them. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down now, Colbert. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Armadillos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Herbert now. Under pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Let's go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now a give, right side. Colbert. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
10-11.
Back to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
19 white. 18 Pioneers.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Fighting his way through contact. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Buying time to his left. Oh, boy, kind of hold your breath here because Justin Herbert, he appears to be in some discomfort after that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Second and 7. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, check that. Street.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, Colbert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. He'll take a shot here for Patton. And got his man complete. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Second and 6, just inside the 30. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rhodes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Here's 3rd and 3. Now they'll audible to something else. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got the connection to Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Back to throw again. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. They'll look to throw here. And that is taken in by Hurst. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Charger drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
I've got to give them a ton of credit here because they're just refusing to give that other sideline any kind of hope. That safety not only kills the drive, but adds to a big early lead. And the way that this one's going, I would expect that lead to continue to grow in the ensuing possessions.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Now 3rd down and very long. Brown goes in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. This is Knight. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive. On Herbert, his third interception. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a...
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Herbert. Brought in by Coates. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point splits the uprights, And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Chargers 8.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Dancing to his left. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Knight. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A run with Knight. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Play action. It's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this time he is in. Bam Knight taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And the lead is down to 24. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the stick.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now they're in the hurry up.
19 right.
It's 2nd down.
18, right in.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. In motion right, that's Metcalf.
19 tight, 19 tight.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert changing things up. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. From 17 yards out. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd down, Colbert. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Colbert. And for the 3rd straight play, he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He's going to look deep here for Ward. And now here is another interception. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and a couple. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The second down pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ray.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 13 yards out. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere seeing that play. Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Down to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. This is 1st and 10.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Go. Hey, go, go, go.
Herbert off of play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Go.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. They snap it to Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw out wide to Walker. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side. Colbert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Armadillos are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one, because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter, because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Through the middle of the field, and he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. Elliott on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hans team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 3rd down, Colbert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing, Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall.
There he goes, left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. On 2nd down now, Colbert. The 20, 5, trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Austin, the win gets them back over